Alright everybody, Ryan Hens checking in as always at the Indomitable Fitness Studio. Just wanted to touch base about a couple of the exercises I was discussing and points I was trying to make in that golf blog that I posted. Now, things I spoke about were increasing the range of motion within the shoulder and improving stability in that joint as well, because many of us wind up here, and if we're here, now we're going to be tightening that anterior front part of the shoulder, and that's going to inhibit the shoulder being able to open up during a golf swing. Second concept I spoke about was going to be thoracic rotation, being able to rotate in this transverse plane here while keeping the hips square. Optimally, when you're in that golf stance, we're not going to have the hips follow our body as we turn. We're going to keep our hips square and rotate in that thoracic spine area. So we want to improve that and move in that plane of motion to do so. Third thing I spoke about was going to be lower cross syndrome, okay, or having tight hips, which is going to anteriorly rotate the pelvis, making our low back tight. If we're having that happen, well, guess what? As we open up, if the hips are tight, they're going to follow, and we can't get that thoracic rotation. So we have to do what we can to relax the hips and strengthen the glutes all in that process. So here's a few stretches and exercises that can really improve these things. Alright, so I'm going to go over 3 dynamic stretches. Each of these, the goal is going to be to keep the hips square while twisting the upper part of the body, okay? First one is called thoracic rotation. So we're going to have our hand here, come up all the way. Alright, so these next exercises are going to be exercises to strengthen the scapular retractors, okay, those rhomboids and lower traps, okay, so those muscles that are going to keep that scapula engaged. Alright, so these next 2 exercises are going to focus on providing stability to that thoracic spine and increasing range of motion at the same time. So first one is going to be the cable rotation. This next one we're going to try not to rotate. So the cable is going to want to pull me to the side. I'm going to use my core, specifically that thoracic area, to stabilize and stay nice and still. Alright everybody, so these last set of exercises are going to focus on strengthening the glutes. Now, if we can strengthen our glutes while activating our core at the same time, we're going to allow ourselves to open those hips up, because that's 2 things that are underactive and these hips become too tight, glutes and core. So we're going to turn both of them on, turn the hips off, and that's going to allow us to get that range of motion back.